first opened back in 2008. There's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Indianapolis Colts. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. His first carry. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And touchdown, Colts! Mike Evans. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and take it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. This is Breida. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
So great throw right there. And what a regular season this rookie had, piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title. And they get the home date here in round one of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
This to the outside for Mack.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw.
Well, a throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Broncos are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Hines. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And he will have a Broncos first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Foster.
And it is incomplete. Well, he had a defender running right with him, and now it's third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll get this out wide. It's Nelson with it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant from 17 yards out, and the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together Charles a nice looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run on 1st down. Hines, and they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Badgley on for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. He'll let it go deep for Foster, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick 6 on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Broncos score. K.J. Hamler, 75 yards. And the Broncos on just 2 plays have taken the lead. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
First down and much more here for Jones. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
41 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
2nd and 11.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Dumps this one off to Mack. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Badgley's kick is good. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb able to get him for a loss of about 3. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He dumps this off to Mack.
No gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Mark that down as a punt return of 78 yards. And the Broncos have broken the tie. Extra point from McManus is good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Second and 5. Eluding the pressure right. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. He's going deep for Brown. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. This is Hines. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. On second down now, it's Hines, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll set up a throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
2nd and 9 now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
A tackle made there by Caden Stearns.
The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Dancing to his left. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown!
Aaron Jones.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Colts are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They run again with Breida. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Second and 4. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. And that falls to the ground incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. On the handoff, this is Breida. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
70 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
On 1st down, Hines. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Flushed out right. This is caught. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. McManus's point after is good, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And some room to maneuver. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.